any new novels? Because, I've read all of your novels, sir.
So I have a new book. It's going to come out, unfortunately, not this year. I'm very sad about it. But it's coming out next year. It's called The Overnights. It is book number 3 in my Ash Kane series. Book 1 was Unspoken, Wolf Point, now The Overnights. And it's a book about 2 primetime Chicago anchor women who are competing during sweeps, which is the ratings period for us. And something goes left. Okay. And our guy, Ash Kane, needs to figure out what exactly is going on. It's a fun story. My media people are really gonna love this story because they know this life. You know this life,
Right,
by the way.
right. So
And
is it like based on Tamron Hall and Wendy Williams or something? Like, are those the two? Let me find
let me tell
out.
you something.
You are so messy. Oh my God.
There are a lot of my friends and colleagues who I've taken pieces from, right, and
Okay.
put them into these characters. So it's a lot of
Okay.
fun. And we just got word, actually. I'm not sure if I can say this publicly, but I'm gonna say it
Oh my goodness.
that Morris Chestnut wants to play Ash Kane.
Oh, I can see that. I absolutely could. He needs to do that. Yeah. So wait, you're telling me you got a TV? You have a TV deal or some sort of streaming deal? What you got? You got a deal already for the?
Yes.
Come on.
Listen. Now you and I work equally hard. You know that we hard working, and you just got to keep doing it. I have so many ideas that I don't have enough, sadly, years in my life to write all the ideas I want to write.
I know that's true.
Right. But it's okay. I'm grateful.
So, I love talking with you because I call you a Renaissance man, but I think we've all kind of been imbued with these multifaceted ways in which we can move in the world. Unless we allow somebody to tell us jack of all trade, master of none, unless we allow someone to limit the things that we can do. So, any topic I throw at you, I know we can have a conversation about it, and as you, are in this space of health, it's Wellness Wednesday, which is why I have you on. We've talked about your balance, how you go in and out of these different genres. What percentage of time do you spend on the health portion of the Dr. Ian K. Smith brand?
I would say now, before obviously it was 100%, I would say it's probably down to about 60% because I really am allowing my lifelong desire to produce creative content for people. I've always wanted to do it. I didn't do it because back in the day, people would not have taken a doctor seriously if he also said, I love to watch and read and write murder mysteries. They're like, what? Because people, like you said, people believe in 2 dimensions only, and they believe in a box. And I've never lived my life in a box. And so I would say I'm down to 60-40. And by the way, they inspire each other. I'm excited to still write my health books like Plant Power, but I'm also excited to try my mysteries and to see it on TV or maybe make movies out of it. Both things excite me. I'm passionate about both. And anyone who says that you can't be left brain and right brain is nonsense. My message to people today is don't let people pigeonhole you and to clip your wings when you want to fly someplace they say you can't fly. Don't ever let them do that.
Well, you have never done that. And you're like almost, I want to say not aggressive with your pursuit of the things you want to do, because ambitious. I feel like that's a negative, that has a negative connotation, but you're unstoppable. Like you're not having it. You're not, nope. Like I said yesterday, like I have an offensive stance in how I operate in the world. Like either get out the way or get run over. It's like this, you got 2 choices, but I'm not stopping. I'm watching you. You have a little, is this TikTok? Yes, TikTok. You out there shaking your booty, and I was like, okay, well, what the hell? You got grabbing the crotch, doing a Michael what is happening here? What's going on?
Listen. I did a TikTok. Everyone kept saying you got to join TikTok. I joined TikTok. My TikTok, by the way, is the official Dr. Ian, DRIAN. And TikTok, you got to do a little dancing. Okay. Now, I love music. People don't get a chance to see the fun side of me, by the way. And so with Plant Power, I wanted to do something fun that talks about how you can have this or that with plants. So in my program, by the way, real fast, is how do you eat more plant-based foods without totally giving up meat and seafood? So this is a book that I think most people are at this place. They still want to have, I love steak, I love burgers, I love all these things. I don't want to give it up completely, my fish, but I want to eat more plants. Okay, so the book's premise is you could have this or you could have that. You can have this or you can have that. So I was like, oh my goodness, black sheep, right? So how about doing a video using black sheep as the overlay, black sheep, and then having pictures of the different types of foods you can eat on Plant Power so people realize you can eat everything on Plant Power. And so I decided to do my video.
Yeah, I saw it. I just retweeted it and I said, what in the booty shaking is happening here? What is going on? Because I rarely see you from the back like that with because you usually got on a suit or something, Right. I was like, okay, Ian, you got a little onion there.
I got a little onion there.
Yeah, a little onion there. That's not,
I work out. I work out.
So I know you work out. It was like nice and tight right there. So, we're in a similar age group, even though you look like you could be probably my nephew. So is the weight, because is this natural? Is your twin brother as lean as you are? Or do you both work at it?
Yeah. Some of it is natural. People have different genes. I've been blessed with really good genes, I think. But I also work. I mean, I love to work out. If you go to my Instagram page, at Dr. Ian Smith, spell the doctor out, I-A-N Smith, you'll see all my different workouts. I was in Detroit yesterday, for example, on tour for the book. And what do you think I was doing at 5:30 in the morning before my interviews? I was in the gym working out because.
What is that? What does that look like at 5:30 in the morning? What are you doing?
Oh, I like to lift weights. I'm a weightlifter. So I like free weights, dumbbells, bench press, curls. I like that. Now, cardio is great too, by the way, but people don't realize that cardio is not the only thing you need to do. You have to do resistance training to build your bones and muscles. I'm not trying to make you like this huge muscular person, but people who have good lean muscle mass, they burn more calories, which is why men typically lose weight faster than women, not because men are better, it's because they have more lean muscle mass. But also, people live longer when they have greater musculature because they recover from injury better. Their bones are better stocked because they're lifting weights. You have to damage bone in order to make good bone. That's just how it works. I won't get into the science of that, but believe it or not, micro injuries to your bone then cause your bone to repair and give you nice, good bone stock. And so you can't do that doing cardio. You got to do it with weights and resistance training, bands or something like that. So I do a lot of that.
And for women, because I hear a lot of women, I don't want to get big muscles. I don't want to be bulky. I don't want to blah, blah, blah. For women, I remember what's Ernestine, the 80-year-old weightlifter, there's Miss Ernestine. The weightlifting, the weight training is so important for women because especially as we head into menopause, whatever, the bone density becomes a problem for us. And we have to get ahead of nature, y'all. We got to fight it.
We gotta get women. Back in the 80s and 70s, we thought that women lifting weights was not good for them for all kinds of reasons. All those things are false. In fact, lifting weights or resistance training, same thing with bands, that's actually good for your blood pressure. Actually, it actually helps your blood pressure. It helps your blood vessels. It does all kinds of wonderful things. And so I want to encourage women who are listening to us today. And if you're a man listening, for your grandparents, your parents, your wife, we're not saying you have to go to the gym 5 days a week. We're saying that you need to have some regimen that incorporates weightlifting. Light weights, by the way, it doesn't have to be big, heavy weights. I lift big, heavy weights. You don't need to do that. You need light weights with high repetitions or called reps to build your lean muscle mass. You're not going to be muscular like people think you're going to have muscles in your neck. No, it's not going to be that. But you will be more facile. You will have greater balance. You'll have greater recovery. It's a world of difference. And by the way, let me just say something. I also, try to work out with people in my group. So those who are interested in losing weight, training for free, go to my group. My new group is called Plant Power on Facebook, Plant Power. And we got thousands of people who are living this life together, Karen. It's amazing, by the way. You should see the recipes we share. I do Facebook live sessions. I did one this morning. I do Zoom sessions. But you know me, when I'm doing my health stuff, I'm always trying to reach at least one person to try to change their life. Because I always say to people, even if you live to be 100, life is still too short.
It's right? True. It's true. I mean, I think that's the biggest fear. We're talking with Ian Smith, Dr. Ian K. Smith. The biggest fear for people is dying. right? I think that's the biggest fear. I think people, but we don't, a lot of us, with that being a fear, we don't do enough things to prevent it. Right. So it's like, it's the straight. Is it a sickness where it's like, okay, here are the things you need to do to live a longer, healthier life. And then you'll hear, well, tomorrow's not promised, so I'm going to do whatever I want. But then you're scared to die. So make sense.
Let me try this. If you're going to be afraid of something, though I don't like to say be afraid of anything, but if you're going to be afraid, don't be afraid to die. Be afraid of how you die. Okay, that's the key. You don't want to die a torturous, painful, miserable death. We're all going to die. I'm going to die. We're all going to die. But what you do now and how you treat your body can instruct that transition process so that it is not painful and miserable and tough for you and those who are your family support system. That's tough for them also. Think about that. And so you can't always control. Listen, you can't control if you're going to have a bad cancer that spreads fast. I get it. But there's so many things we could do at our table and in our exercise rooms that can prevent us from some of these really bad diseases, or at least prevent the severity of the disease when we transition. So, I just tell people all the time, and I never say people be perfect. I'm not perfect. I eat almost everything. Okay. I eat steak. I eat chopped brisket. I love ribs. So people say, well, plant power is just for vegans or vegetarians. No. Plant power is for people who want to have fun too, by the way, right? We're going to have fun. And so I'm going to eat more plants. I'm going to get the benefits of people say, Dr. Ian, how do I lower my blood pressure and cholesterol levels without medication? Hey, let me tell you something. It's easy. Plants. Lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, some types of cancer, heart disease, stroke, all these things plants give you. And oh, by the way, help you lose weight. In our Facebook group, Plant Power, people lost on average in 4 weeks, 10 to 12 pounds. But just changing to more plants, not all plants. So people need to make small changes to get big differences.
Now, everything works. You've had sugar books to get rid of sugar. You've had, all kinds of things to help. And if people stick to the regimen, to the routine, it's going to work. The problem is we live a life. We were talking with Bill Perkins at the top of the show, who also he's a money guy who reframed his whole body in 4 months, right? And he was like, it's just about the habit. He said, I got into the habit during COVID of snacking, eating chips and not working out because I thought everybody was going to die. So I was like, the hell with it. And I became fat as a habit. We can do things for a period of time, but it's the lifestyle, building it into the lifestyle. So I'm just, this is a 4-week program. How do we keep it going? 4 weeks, right? So talk about it. What is
let me explain something to you. I believe that most Americans consume 70% of their foods are probably animal-based products. Okay, it could be dairy, it could be meat, seafood, 70%. 30% is probably plant-based. What I want to do is flip that ratio over the course of 4 weeks. I want to take you from 70% animal-based to 70% plant-based, okay? But I don't want to do it cold turkey. I'm not going to just all of a sudden change your diet percentages. What I'm going to do is slowly over 4 weeks, we're going to slowly decrease the meat and seafood and slowly increase the plants. By the time you get to week 4, you are now eating 70% plants and you don't miss the meat. I did it myself, by the way. This book is based on what I did because I felt like I was eating too much steak, too much meat. Not only did I not miss it because I was still getting some of it, but what I realized was, my goodness, some of these plant-based recipes are ridiculous. Page 214, the spicy Thai vegetable stir fry. It's my favorite. I did it on Rachel Ray yesterday. It is so good that when you eat that dish, you don't even think about meat. You don't even think about it. And so this program says to people, you don't have to stop cold turkey. You're not going to have meat withdrawal. You're not going to have meat cravings. I didn't have it. You're going to increase your energy, improve your sleep, lower your blood pressure, improve your thinking. I felt like my mind was thinking sharper. And for those who need to lose weight, if you don't, you won't. But those who need to lose weight, you're going to lose weight on this program in 4 weeks. And by the way, and it's sustainable. Your question about sustainability, it's sustainable because now you can eat this way. You're still going to have some meat and seafood occasionally. You're just not going to have it all the time. And so people say, I could live this way forever. And that's what I'm doing.
Now, how did you discover this? Like, are you in the lab? Are you like, what's your process, Dr. Ian? How do you come and it's like, aha, eureka, I found it.
All right, I'm going to tell you a secret. I've never said this before and like this, but I have a lot of followers in Facebook in my groups. And when I work on a program, I ask them, do they want to try the program? And so I will give them a year in advance, different parts of the program, and they will try it. And they will say to me, I like this, I didn't like this. This worked, this didn't work. And they'll report to me in real time their results and what was good, what was bad. They'll say, hey, Dr. Ian, you know what? This day you really could have done X. We could use an extra snack. And I take that feedback. So by the time my books come out, I have tons of empirical data that says it works. I know it works. I have thousands of people who have done parts of it. And that's the other reason why I encourage people to join our group, Plant Power, is because you want to be in an environment that supports you. It's hard to lose weight. It's hard. Listen, I'm the first one to say losing weight's not easy. Making dietary changes is not easy. But if you are in a supportive environment, in a group that is sharing recipes, that's working out with you, that's encouraging you when you're down, you want to get off the plan, that is a game changer for a lot of people as to how they can stick to this kind of lifestyle.